Right, this is the CHECC venue 2024 or maybe 5. It's very grand.
Some absolute toys to play with.
Yeah, lots of things for people to climb on and hurt themselves.
And destroy. Look at those things, those stone goblets, they're going to fall off, Brendan. Some crash members will be climbing on them.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure we get like public liability insurance sorted. Oh, yeah, very old building. Lots of windows to smash. They look very expensive to replace. Yes, car park on the left. Let's see how much parking there is. Okay.
I think this building is maybe like out of bounds, so that'll be good.
So we're just approaching the guest car park. Luke's doing a shit job with the recording.
This feels like we're like some sort of Chinese tourists.
No, we're making a promotion video for this venue.
There's another one of those things you can absolutely destroy.
Yeah, this is the car park. It's not huge. Let's have a bit of a drive around. Oh, there's a park over there, I guess. Park in here.
Yeah, and then all those annoying minibuses.
Yeah. I guess they might move those, maybe.
You can do this from Google Earth, Brendan.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, we'll also do this from Google Earth. I think that's the accommodation. All right.
You can put cars that aren't going anywhere in here. And a car here.
It's got a barbecue. CHECC barbecue.
Just hire a tractor as well. Put the cars out. After destroy all the grass. Or get some matting as well.
We'll go around this. We're going a circle around it. Lodge entrance. Oh, there's the sort of main hall area, I guess. Oh, maybe it's big. I think this is a bigger one. That's more of like a dining area, and I think this is the.
Got a bit of a dodgy ceiling as well.
Oh no, that's perfect.
I'm not a fan of the ceilings though.
Why not? Oh, because people might throw things at them. Nah, I don't know. I mean, they're only like plaster panel ceilings. They're quite easy to fix. Maybe. Yeah, a little bouldering wall. There's one outside anyway. It's a potential SRT training facility that they probably won't let us use. It'd be ideal though.
It's one of those weird ones, isn't it?
Little tent.
I
More
feel
camping.
like
ready for the weekend, but because there's no one in, we can have lights. So this is the lodge. So what you've got female toilets one end, male at the other.
Okay, cool.
Leaves everywhere. You have got a disabled toilet and shower in there as well.
Oh, nice.
So, and then, because you're caving, aren't you? You're cavers. So I was discussing this with the manager yesterday about drying facilities, because cavers you're probably going to be able to clean kit and dry kit. So in terms of what you get in the buildings, it's just something like this. We call it a drying room. It's just, wellies and hanging stuff up. But we have a heated drying room for our equipment because we are an outdoor centre, and we said probably would try and make that available for you.
Oh, that'd be
for
good.
the
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
There's also a bike wash area that you could use for
For sort of hosing down. Kind of stuff.
hosing yourselves down.
Yeah, because I was going to say the peaks aren't good for
Yeah,
clean goes.
no. So the dorms are all, I mean, there's lots of pictures on our website of dormitories and things, but they
Yep.
all vary in size. You get 3s, 5s, 6s, 8s, and so on.
Okay.
So,
So how many beds are there on the site?
this building sleeps 38.
Yep.
And like I say, I mean, they left it in a very good state. So they're just they're all very similar.
They'll all be like that sort of thing.
And then you've got in here.
Oh, so there's like a little breakfast area.
So you've got dining with seats 38, and then the kitchen facilities.
That's probably what you're more interested in.
Yeah. So is this the only cooking facilities, or are there more?
No, each building has its own.
Oh wow, that's.
And then we have the base camp, which has a big kitchen and seating for 60.
Yeah.
So, and then another building that has seating for 60. That,
Right.
well, we've had groups that have had well over 100 who have tended to cook in the base camp
Yeah.
and then have 60 sitting there and then maybe the rest in the next door. I'll show you as we go.
I think the base camp kitchen would be.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
normally we have one, and like this is like more than enough.
Yeah.
So
we've got-
we
Probably
might,
lock this room,
yeah,
actually.
it'd probably like less hassle to just lock it. Or I mean, maybe we can leave it open. I don't know.
You can lock separate rooms, can't you? So, like,
Yeah.
also, like, I guess we normally bring like sleeping bags. Everyone will bring
Yeah, if we could store the quilts somewhere.
It's part of the price.
Okay.
Could we get a discount if we don't use the bedding, just because it's easier for us not to? I don't know.
I'd have to double check on that because I mean, it sounds daft to say, no, you have to use our bedding, but what we do find is that groups that have in the past bought their own things, you know, their mattresses have got trashed and all sorts. We find even when we give bedding out, people don't bother to put duvet covers on, and then the duvets have to go to the laundry.
Oh, you know, it's like we definitely put like mattresses, like covers over the mattresses.
Yeah, it's just the quilts. I don't see the point in the quilts.
Well, I'll double check if that would be acceptable if people bring sleeping bags.
Yeah, it seems easier for you guys. Like.
Well, it should be, and obviously less hassle with the laundry. But I'll just check your policy on it.
Yeah.
it's one of those weird things. Like, obviously, at the moment, it's like some issues with bed bugs, isn't there?
Oh, I like this room.
Yeah, well, that's also the reason
So
why they're not so keen
yeah.
on people bringing bedding. Is
But it would just be sleeping bags.
Yeah, so we like to have sort of like a quiet space for people for the event these days. So
Yeah.
this would be quite a nice area for that.
Yeah.
I don't know why people come and just watch Lord of the Rings, like, but
Yeah.
some people are into that.
Well, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
They come away on a lazy weekend and then sit and watch television. But
Yeah.
each to their own. So you're allowed.
Nice to have the facility.
Yeah, this is good.
And then more dorms and
Yeah.
stuff, just all varied.
And there's some extra toilets.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, and then some
same again.
men's toilets, and then I think this one's a bigger one. You know, a bigger one in
Oh wow,
there.
okay. Cool. Yeah. So I think we get the. No, this is.
Yeah, so your fire panels, every building's got the same one, individual to that. And they're not sort of, I could have a light on, couldn't they?
It's fine.
That's alright. I can see it.
So, each building, if you see here, this is the plan of the buildings, each building's got a number. So in 6, you think,
okay.
well, that's.
So you can
that's something.
you
know
can
which
run over
building
there and
it
check.
is, yeah.
Are these synchronized? Do they have more than one panel, or is this the main one for the site?
Every building's got its own.
Okay, and they're all
Yeah.
they're all connected.
So they're connected in that it will light up if there's a alarm going off elsewhere.
Right.
And then you can just disable yours because you easily enough. We'll
Yeah.
show you how you do that.
Okay, so
Silence it.
someone could wake up in the night and be like, where on earth is this happening?
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, if it's this building, you'll know because it's really loud. If it's a different building, it'll be a fainter sound, but it'll still light up for you to tell you which building.
okay.
Yeah. So it's they're fairly straightforward.
Yeah. Is there any way to disable the alarm on this door for the fire?
Yes, I think it probably isn't even. It's off. See, so when you get the buildings, you get the code for the door and you get some keys, and you can just put a key in there and turn it on.
Yeah.
And because obviously we can't lock a fire door, but really what the alarm is for is for the schools, the primary schools that come, if they've got kids that might sneak out at night or
Right.
runners or whatever, they can alarm the doors so they hear if anyone tries to get out.
Cool.
You don't need to alarm
We'll
them.
be turning those off, I think.
Yeah, I mean, obviously your group, people want to go out, that's up to them, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
So So winter is normally school groups during the week then, is it?
Yeah, well we are owned by Sheffield City Council,
Okay.
so our priority is
Sheffield's
Sheffield schools.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed quite set up for that. I noticed you've got quite a lot of like outdoors kind of like structures and things, like
Yeah,
climbing on. But
yeah.
I'm guessing you have to have Form Bridge
Yeah, you
sort
do.
of for the
They're-
insurance
yeah,
and
they're-
whatnot.
Exactly, they're kind of out of bounds unless you book an instructor to run them. So,
That's fair enough.
so yeah, so during the week, pretty much every week of the year, we get school residentials in, primary school mostly. But then weekends and school holidays, anyone can book the facilities.
Yep.
Get a lot of family and friends groups, clubs.
So just like specific one building each.
Often one building, sometimes the whole site, depends on the size of the group. You know, we had British Triathlon in doing training camps through the weekend. They had most of the site and so on. So
Like
very
weddings as well? Or?
Yeah, we do get weddings.
Yeah.
You can't get married on site. We haven't got a licence, but they often have
I
wedding
didn't realise you
receptions
had
here.
a license to get married on this.
Yeah, we've got quite a few weddings here, and lots of clubs, festival type things, big parties. But what we do is, if we have a group, say in the farm, that are coming for a party, is that we have restrictions on noise if they've only got one building, because then we don't want them to disturb others. If you've got the whole site, obviously you're only going to disturb each other. So
Okay. So in terms of getting temporary events notice in the council and stuff, do they tend to have like rules or anything on this from events? Like
there's not really much. It depends on what your event is, whether it needs an event notice, and if you were selling alcohol, you need to get a licence for that.
we will be selling alcohol.
Yeah,
so that
if
should be
people
fine.
are just bringing their own, and
Yeah.
there's no issue with that at all. So.
Yeah, it's mainly for music, really.
Yeah.
I'm really so concerned about sort of like disturbing local residents. But you're fairly far away from
We
any
are.
houses.
There's obviously there's a couple of staff in the Archway building, and then just behind that there's a couple of houses. So if you had outdoor music with big speakers blaring,
no.
they'd hear it.
Yeah.
If your music's contained inside, they're not going to hear it.
Normally, if you've got a larger outdoor, so a larger indoor area, we'd set some speakers up or
Yeah,
something.
and that's
sort of
absolutely
thing.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Alpkit, their music was making people's windows go in and out. That's how loud. But
Really?
there is a definite cut-off time for
Yeah.
outdoors, which is 11,
Fair enough.
and we
yeah.
warn the neighbours.
Well, we usually sort of, if we're playing music inside, we'll walk around the perimeter, and
Yeah.
if we can't hear anything, then
Yeah.
yeah.
You'd be deafened if you had it so loud inside you could hear it outside. So. Okay, so this is the farmhouse. So this building's very different. This is a grade 2 listed building, very quirky shape,
Nice.
very strange. But because it's listed, we can't do anything with it, which is a shame because there's lots of things we'd like to be able to do.
Like improve the windows.
Well, exactly, yeah.
Well, at least it's got heating.
Yes, it has. Well, yeah, they're well heated in the winter. There's not a problem with heating. We don't restrict heating or try and save costs on it. You know, everyone's.
So do these things have like cleaning equipment in and stuff? Is
Yeah,
that what
usually they
this is?
store just things.
Oh, it's like you've got them off.
Yeah, what we give you is we can't give groups any chemicals of any sort.
Yeah.
A safety thing. Just go on up and wander in. There is a bit of painting going on up here, so
Lots of indoor space
we
actually.
might have finished that now.
But you've got like vacuum cleaners and mops
Yeah,
and stuff.
so we provide you what you need just to clear up at the end of your stay, and instructions on what to do there.
Nice. So in total, how many indoor spaces do you have?
So there's this building's 38 as well, so
Yeah.
is Lodge, so 76, plus there's the smaller woodlands, which is 10, so there's 86
Yeah.
beds.
Yeah. And in the winter, would you be happy for people to camp on the grass?
Yes,
Yeah.
if they want to, they
Yeah.
can do. There's loads of room for camping.
Yeah, I think was it like a couple of years ago? There was a storm, I think. I can't remember the name of it, but it was in November, and it was terrible. There were like tents being blown into the rivers and stuff. So I think if they can survive that.
86 is much larger capacity than that, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good size.
You can leave wet stuff here, hang it up, whatever. So, and you've got
Okay, like
dining
a sort of
room,
more.
kitchen in here.
Yeah, let's get a quick.
Another TV for those who want to watch Dancing on Ice. And again, the kitchen has stuff for 38, 40 people.
Yeah. So and I think in the past we've just had this there's like a kitchen of this size for like everyone. So like having multiple of these is kind of like the spoiled choice.
Yeah. Well, the base camp kitchen I'll show you next is a bit bigger.
Yeah, I suppose it's just still nice for people to make some toast or whatever in the
Oh
morning.
yeah, absolutely. And you can, because it accommodates 60 in the base camp for sitting. So obviously the kitchen has for 60. So you can move stuff across, but the cups and plates are different for each building, so we would
so
need
you'd
them
have
to come back.
Yeah.
So we'd help you with which ones go where.
Yeah, I mean, we often like bring our own sort of like disposable stuff. But I mean, like, if you've got plates and stuff, that's nice because it means we don't have to throw away lots of waste.
Yeah, I know, you get everything.
Okay.
It's not a problem. So,
Plastic stuff, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. What we don't have are, because we have to give them all to Alpkit. Someone popped up at Alpkit to bring the beer glasses.
Yeah.
And they got their bar set up and everyone was arriving and they were like, no glasses. So we had to donate all our plastic glasses to Alpkit. So if you're wanting beer glasses, you'd have to.
Yeah, I think we do have our own. I think we've got our own like logoed ones.
Yeah.
Hopefully someone brings them. We usually forget.
And we've got there's beakers and stuff, but obviously not pint glasses or anything.
I'm surprised. That still seems like a marketing trick gone wrong there, because normally events have like branded.
Yeah, I think they just forgot to pick them up. So you've got obviously big fridges,
that's
freezers,
useful.
so in each,
Yeah.
each kitchen has
It's
their
a
own.
freezer.
You can come through this way. There's two ways to these dorms, so you don't
Yeah.
have to come through the kitchen. So there's a mix of. You've got a separate toilet shower in here,
Just myself, yeah.
and then in here, which is usually one of the staff rooms. It's a small room with a toilet in as well.
That says a little ensuite over there.
Little ensuite.
Like,
Hot fluid.
oh yes, very fancy.
Staff usually bag this room. You can understand why.
All these rooms made out of caves as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we knew you were coming, so we quickly put them on.
Rename them.
So these are all named after caves. The other ones after climbing edges. So. The fireplaces aren't in use, even though each dorm has one. You know, just one.
You can't get rid of them.
No. So they're nice features, but we can't use them, especially not the primary school.
I don't think I trust caves with them either.
We don't. That bizarre in there. If you want to go in the little doorway.
Oh wow, okay.
That's
Oh, they'll love that.
the naughty stair. So,
We've got a staircase.
I don't know what it is.
it's
used to be,
just one of these weird pictures. And then obviously more.
Oh yeah, more showers and stuff. Cool.
And you can come back out this way to save people traipsing through the kitchen. Dining room. So it's a bit more of a maze, this building,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but quirky. This whole site originally was for teacher training, so this was accommodation. So
We were wondering what that main archway is, because is it
Well,
connected to Thornbridge Hall from
it was.
the station, is
yeah,
it?
it was the station house.
Yeah.
This whole site was part of Thornbridge Hall,
Mm.
but council bought it in the 60s, and it was a teacher training site, and then it became in the 70s the outdoor pursuit centre,
Yeah.
which it's remained ever since. Lots of changes over the years.
So in the summer, would you have tents on these things? Is that?
Yeah, so where these little circular patches are, that's where our teepees, bell tents, nomad tents would normally stand. And people can, in the summer, book the teepees en masse, and that, with it comes the base camp here.
So is that separate to the site booking, or is that part of the site booking? If you book out the whole site?
Yeah, if you book the whole site, you get it all, but the teepees go down at the end of September. We
Okay.
take them down because they get mouldy and
Yeah, that makes
not
sense.
many people want to use them in the winter, and they'll just get mouldy. So, but the site then is accessible and you can camp.
Yeah, there's plenty of camping space.
Oh, there's loads. There's
Yeah.
this field. There's on the other side of the trees. Further down, there's even more. There's plenty of camping area. That's not a problem. And then the base camp, you've got at this end outdoor, the toilets and showers, and you know, for the camping people.
Yeah.
Those that aren't indoors get. Yeah. Some of these doors are padlocked. It's to stop toilets. It's to stop people using them that haven't booked them.
No.
But yeah.
So we can sort of guess what they look like.
Yeah, maybe there's 3 showers in there for the females, and the same for the males on the other side.
Yeah.
And a little outdoor washing area if
Nice.
people really want to embrace the camping, they can do the dishes outside. Has got hot water.
Oh, is that hot water outside?
Yeah, it's got hot water there. And
It's quite a mild weekend actually. This one.
actually, isn't it? It's been
Yeah, it's a shame it's not booked.
Kind of like fluctuates, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no-
So are these the two main kind of like communal buildings, I guess?
Yes, yeah. So again, I find a lot to go. Yeah, they lock them off because the kids run in and just
hide.
mess around with it. So, and again,
Okay.
no one's. You know, probably some shelves and pretty safe everywhere we go. And then if you go in here,
The big kitchen.
to the big kitchen, and we just give you all the codes for the doors and all the keys. So you've got here storage. So there's a group coming in for that with a big chest freezer. Which might be replaced with a big tall one soon.
But you've also got all that space over there.
Yeah, you've got all the kitchens, and then the bigger kitchen.
Oh, this is ginormous. Yeah. Perfect. So you got.
And everything.
That's a joke.
Each kitchen's got a dishwasher as well.
One of those big ones.
Yeah, one of the speedy dishwashers.
So you might end up using the other kitchens for breakfast then.
Yeah, I don't know how we'll do it. Like, oh, you've got this nice shutter thing as well.
You can open the shutter.
So lots of mugs.
There's 3 of these on site in total.
3 of the big cookers,
Yeah.
and there's 2 of these electric ovens as well.
Where was
The
the
lodge.
The lodge.
The farm hasn't got one just because there's so much room, but
Yeah.
there's 2 of these, they've all got microwaves, dishwashers,
I mean,
fridge
we tend to do baked potatoes, so I think we could probably use the ovens and then transport the baked potatoes over here once they're done, sort of thing.
That's but it's much better than the Dale's fridge.
Oh god, yeah. So we've got these little kitchenette things we have to try and use.
Oh, okay. So you can seat in here 60, thereabouts, tables and chairs.
Yeah.
And then I'll show you there next. Again, in there you can seat 60. So what we have had groups do their cooking here, serve it, and then people have either sat in here or walked across and sat in there.
Yeah, I mean, like,
No, there's no door there, so you can go straight out here into there.
literally walk in.
and then just have people return their plates
Yeah.
and stuff. Like, yeah.
And this is just, here you've got a back door out to the camping,
Yeah.
so you can go out that way. And then you have got a little drawing room here.
Oh, okay, so this is the one you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure if my key. There it is. So it's very small, but this is one you will have access to any time. There's a dehumidifier.
Okay, so what's through there? Is
We can go out that way.
that, is that outside?
It takes you out the other end.
Okay. Oh, you got a little bouldering wall, is that included, or?
So again, the bouldering wall.
Oh, is it an instructor thing?
Yeah, it's an instructor thing, unfortunately. I mean, you can book instructors to do activities, but I thought you'd be out caving most of the time.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
The only other activity we try and do is SRT training.
Oh yes, right.
So if
We
it's
have used Access Techniques before, which is
is that nearby-ish?
it's in Sheffield. It's like the rope access
it's like-
centre.
Right.
But we
40-minute drive.
we're looking at like it won't work.
I think we definitely want to lock this room.
Well, that room is our office,
Oh, good,
so
yeah.
that gets locked off at all
Good.
times. We do have behind you, I always point out to everyone,
Yep.
defibrillator.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
just so you know. Hopefully,
Nothing
no
that
one
you-
ever needs that. But, and then we've got our,
Okay, so this one's a bit bigger actually.
Oh, perfect.
so
Yeah.
it's got a bit more space.
Yeah.
But again, you can certainly see, we say 60 for fire legs, but we
Yeah.
know people have had more than that. That's
That's
just the cupboard.
This is the biggest hall, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you can do, you probably want it left open, but you can partition it off
Yeah.
and have 2 halves. But unfortunately, you either have to have one or the other for the whole weekend, because we can't allow groups to open and shut these themselves.
yeah, we'll keep it open.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy for us. I mean, we have an AGM where you probably fit people in here.
I mean, we have a university that comes regularly, Knox Trent Uni, to do team building, and they've crammed over 100 in here for, sort of talks.
Yeah.
And there's a projector and suite.
Oh, that's
you
good.
can have
That's
access
useful.
to. There's one in there as well, actually.
Yeah.
You can actually talk at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you've got like things for activities. We probably hide those.
Yeah, well it has. We've taken them out because the group that comes in Sunday night didn't want them in. But there's 2 table tennis tables, football, various things. That you can have them if you want them. Otherwise, we just store them out the way.
Cool. Yeah.
I'll go back out this way and then show you the one more little 10-bed building to show you. So you can go that way, I think. There's 3 toilets and a shower here, which you'll be able to get access to.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that's just storage for all your outdoor stuff?
Yeah, so that building there has just got our kids'
Postman came, so while we were here.
Do you know, I'll stick that in the office. Very specific instructions said no weekend deliveries.
For DHL, it's very lucky then.
Yeah.
But like, who's actually coming here as well?
Yeah, well it's...
Awesome.
So do you want to get the door, please?
Thank you. There is a hook behind it, so just stick it in the office and then it's out of the way. But this is the thing, is that because we're council staff, you know what council employees are like, they 9 Monday to Friday.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
once we obviously have...
Wasn't Sheffield's council pushing for a 4-day week at some point as well?
Oh, undoubtedly. Why not? I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Just there, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, we're not really like that here.
No, you have to work.
Council people don't work office hours.
No.
So
And even if you are working during the week, you have to be here
yeah, I mean, we work around people, so that's why it's easy enough to come in on a weekend.
Yeah, it's really difficult with most outdoor centres because they're like, you can come 9 till 5. I was like, I work 9 till 5.
Yeah, and we appreciate that, which is why we're like, you know, right, let's try and work this out this weekend. So. If we had people staying this weekend, I wouldn't have been able to allow you in the building, because that's our policy. If someone's paid for the building,
No, that makes sense.
they don't want people traipsing in. So.
Yeah.
There's also a yurt.
Can we go in there?
Yeah, right here. Which you could also use.
Use that for our therapy sessions?
Yeah. The outfit use this as their bar.
Oh, right.
It does have electricity, but it's limited to how much you can plug in. 2 sockets. So,
Oh wow, yeah. This looks very therapeutic.
So it's got, you know, some lighting and one light up there, so it's not bright, but you can use it anyway.
Yeah.
It's just a nice space, and it's not heated, but as I say, there's one socket that's the lighting, and then you have got one socket, so we have got a plug-in heater if you wanted to use it and it was a bit cold. We can give it a heater to plug in. But again, we have to provide that.
No, it's
Health and
for
safety.
yeah. It's a nice house, so it's got space, isn't it?
Yeah. We have a lot of groups into things like yoga and
Yeah.
meditation and all that kind of thing.
It'd be more like, I think they would use it as like maybe a separate meeting space.
The Zen den.
No, I would maybe like just a workshop area for like, I don't know, surveying or
Yeah, we could do that with them like the Saturday and Sunday.
don't know what other training events.
Just have to keep it well shut because the squirrels get in. We have a lot of squirrels on site.
Which way are we going?
Okay, well, we're going over there. If you don't want muddy wet feet, we'll go there.
Oh, it's not worried about your grass. But...
Oh no, grass just gets terrible in the winter. We've got a groundsman and he loves doing the grass and it looks fantastic in the summer, but in the winter, there's not much you can do. It's not the garden, it just looks horrendous in the winter. So this is the woodlands building, so this is accessible. We have a lot of weekend groups where they've got family members with disabilities, so it's totally set up for disabled access. If you had anybody with any issues, I can't imagine many cavers would
not ones that actually
disabled
cave
people
anymore.
would be caving, but it just allows, you know, anyone to join. My key's starting to get a bit worn, it's not wanting to go in some of these.
This is what you can have done in the old buildings because they're all listed.
That's right, yeah. Well, this is a fairly new building, this one.
It's already is.
This was done with lottery funding.
Yeah.
So it's only a 10 bed, and it's 9 beds in 2 dorms, and then there's a pull down bed in the cupboard.
Okay.
Oh, really?
And also one of these is a
Sofa bed.
futon thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you just.
But this, I guess you probably use this more for like leadership, maybe.
Yeah.
If you were using it
Yeah.
as like a separate space.
Yeah, which is what a lot of groups do.
You do have like, like older people with some experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Specific skills.
Just go on in and have a little look.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, so it's more
it's
like
just-
less bunk beds, more.
Yeah, it's, we're getting a lot of families use this, you know.
Yeah, there's a bit of floor space. So sometimes we get people on roll mats, just kind of like on there.
Yeah. This is your profile bed, so
Oh, so it
you
pulls
know,
out. Oh, I
it's
see.
got
Yeah,
all the
it's
up, down, back, front.
very fancy.
Yeah, if you needed that, or if someone just wanted to have
Accessible
have
toilet.
some fun. In there is a little utility room, so it's the only washing facilities we have on site. Because most people that come don't need laundries, but
Bring in the clothes.
we find that disabled groups do tend to need laundry facilities.
Mhm.
I will check about the sleeping bag thing, but I think you mentioned earlier the bed bugs issue has
Oh, yeah, because
It's one of the issues
it's an increasing
with
problem, isn't
the
it?
risk of people bringing their own bedding is
Yeah, no, it's fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's provided. It's a nice thing, but it's one of those things that if it's a big hassle for you to like
Yeah.
Yeah, so
change it over quickly,
Sure,
if you're
yeah.
only staying a couple of nights.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we've got a
like
very,
a week versus a weekend, it seems a bit of a
I
waste,
know,
doesn't it,
I
on
know.
bedding? But
Yeah.
if it's already set up with all the it's just part of the cost. Isn't it?
But what's that there? Is that storage for more of your
it's one of
stuff?
our bike sheds.
Ah, okay.
So we have a lot of trikes and disabled access bikes for groups, so they go in there.
Mhm.
So a lot of it is just our outdoor equipment that's stored. But yeah, so you would have all the buildings of